Hello, everybody. Welcome to the very first episode of Non-Stop Tabletop. We're going to be talking about a couple different things here today. Starting off, my name is Ben. Nice to meet you, everybody. How are you? To the right of me, in the nice orange shirt, is Ryan. Say hi. That's like the opposite of saying hi. You're doing terrible at this. And then
I said hello.
Well, it didn't come through. That's my bad. And then the guy all the way at the right, biggest smile on his face, nice snowman shirt. Tell us about yourself.
I am Nick.
Wow, we're all doing great here. All right, so we're a little awkward. It's growing pains, all right? We decided to do something like this. This is something I feel like we don't see enough of in terms of like tabletop. Or today we're going to be talking about Marvel Crisis Protocol, and that's going to be one of the highlights here. And today I thought we could start off with something cool, something I personally have never seen. Just a simple discussion of affiliations we would like to see in the game. I feel like that's a pretty fair thing, right?
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, man. All right, so we're gonna just jump right in because why not, right? So we're gonna start with me. We're gonna start with the best one. And then what was that?
What was what?
Oh, nothing. So it's always like those segments in cartoons where you always start with the best one, and it's like the one that's like, yes, it's fine, and then it's like the cool one at the very end. That's exactly how we're gonna go with it today.
Cool, guess I'll die.
I'm just kidding. All right, so this one, it's a little obvious if you get to know me a little bit more. You know I'm a big fan of big goopy men. So my pick, yeah, see, it's true. See, this guy in the orange shirt, he gets it. This pick is my main man, and we're gonna unveil him right here. Bam, Null, the homie, with the team being the Symbiotes. Yay! Everybody clap! Yay! So
We did.
no, I know, I know. I see. I look, bam, makes noise. All right, so how we figured we would go ahead with the rundown. Sorry, I'm just grabbing everything again. Is we're gonna take 2 character packs. We're gonna start off a little bit small. Obviously, with the goal, usually they release like 2 character packs, usually 3 to 4 characters at the beginning. They like to try to expand on it. Kind of like off the top of my head, like Winter Guard. Wish they were better. Sorry, something stuck in my throat. Might have to grab some water. Hold on. They suck. Oh, that was the worst. I'm so sorry. So,
It's a chance, I think.
Before. Yeah, that's true.
Any conclusion.
Hey, that's gonna be another thing we talk about is league results and everything. So you're gonna see Winter Guard at the very bottom with me. That's gonna suck. Anyway, so I have my 2 character packs selected. This is clearly the leader above my head. So my idea was that Null was gonna be the big character. He's the big beefy boy with his big fucking sweet sword. Sorry I cursed, but you know what? I don't know, deal with it. The first character pack is gonna be the main man right above me, just himself. My idea was either kind of like Malekith. You could kind of potentially, if they scaled it down a little bit, you could have him on the dragon with Venom, because I figured that would be pretty sweet. Or you could just have him with the wings if he's in King of Black, so you could have him looking all
I'd
cool.
probably just go with the wings and the big sword.
I feel like the dragon's too big, and then if you scale
the dragon like a weird terrain piece.
I thought you could do kind of like Thanos. You could have the chair, because like the chair, that's like the point of him right there, is he sits in it and he looks all cool. Nick, you were gonna say something? Sorry.
Well, I was gonna agree with the dragon being a character with him. I don't know. It's the dragon's too much for the size of the game, it seems like.
Yeah, and
they could give him those tiny dragons that he makes in King in Black. They could give him those as like grunts.
That's true too. And they do have in like Absolute Carnage, they do just have like the mindless, brainless symbiotes.
Yeah.
And then so Null's gonna be the first one, just him alone in his own character pack. The second one, for me, it's a little easier. We gotta go with Scream. Scream's the obvious one. And then for me, and then the other one, it's fairly obvious. I originally almost went with Anti-Venom, but I wanted it to be So you had Venom and another person on the table, because if you took Anti-Venom, it's still Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
Can't do that. I just went with Toxin. Just
Yeah.
that's the other like safe bet. It would have made a little more sense if it was Riot with Scream, because they both came up together, or Agony.
Yeah.
But no, I stuck with Toxin. Just, it makes sense with where he comes from, and potentially, teams up with Venom and Carnage anyway. So obviously Venom and Carnage would be on it. My other thought, this is my crazy thought, and I always love gimmicks like this. So in Absolute Carnage, the whole point is Carnage is trying to gather all the codices of all the characters in the Marvel Universe that has had the symbiote. Either it's Venom or Carnage or whoever it is that has had the symbiote in their body. Everybody's had it at this point. The symbiotes just kind of seem to jump around from person to person. So
Symbiotes are a little slutty.
yeah, dude, they're out having a good night on the town, just don't go near church bells, because apparently they hate those. So I figured you could potentially have a gimmick in where somebody could be a symbiote. I feel like that'd be a little too much, because that's kind of my.
Make that you could either make it so that when he runs his affiliation, you can like run one person outside of it as if they were a symbiote.
Kind of like Shield.
Or like Shield, or like how Dormammu forces everyone to be under his leader skill, something like that. Or you could just make that a crisis card, where you're trying to either save or collect people with the codex in them.
Oh, that'd be a cool.
Lord knows we need more crisis cards in the game. So
what? Especially red ones. What is that? It's extract. Yeah, it's extract.
What, you don't like running 16 and 17 point cost games?
Excuse you. The hammer knows all, and it's 18. So come on.
Oh, my bad.
Let's get with the times, people. Yeah, so you could call like maximum or absolute carnage, and then symbiotes running amok or something.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, his team tactics cards title themselves, right? King and Black.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Card, like all of that stuff. It's just like free.
Oh, for his card, and like for Scream and Toxin, Toxin. I totally agree.
Like actual cards, yeah.
And then for his powers too, like King and Black. So for the leadership. So right now we're just focusing on the leadership and like the characters in it. I didn't want to like delve too deep. Maybe we could eventually do that as a breakdown. So like these two, like if they ever want, like we could do like a symbiote, and then Ryan's idea and then Nick's idea, and like kind of like go upon that and like try to build the characters. If you guys ever like that, just let us know. We'll gladly do it. I figured the leadership could be about him in some capacity, because I don't think there's any other leadership that is about a character, right? Except like Dormammu, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's super Dormammu specific. It kind of feels like the new Hydra might be leaning that way a little bit.
Oh, around like Red Skull?
With how you want, like, Red Skull has some of these cards that you like really want to turbo out. But yeah, I think right now it's really only Dormammu and the Sentinels when they come out will be like that too.
That's what. I'm so excited for the Sentinels, dude. That's gonna be so rad. So my thought was you could do something like something crazy, like it obviously like he probably costs like 7 or 8 or something.
Yeah.
And then his leadership would be like the Null has to be the one to pay the power or something, and like either A, they get to do a free action by Null's command, like he can use like the wavy, I forget what it's called, the fucking
that spiral.
Yeah, the spiral thing in their head. It's like by Null's will or something. So like you pay 2 power off of Null, and like they or like 3 or 4 power, whatever it is, and like they get to do a free action by Null's command, or they get to like move up medium or something, or be placed within like 3 of Null or something that revolves around him. I don't know if that would be, I think the action thing would be a little too good, except Carnage, because you could just use it with Carnage because he's bad. But
yeah, free actions are really broken.
Too good.
With the new Red Skull card that gives him a 3rd action every single activation once you play it. They were like, we balanced this for months because giving one character an extra action is like one of the most busted things you could do.
Even,
That's why Thanos was broken before they fixed the time stone.
right.
He's still good, but like,
what if it was like a built-in aim lackeys? So they get the action, but it has to be a small movement. But they get to choose where it is.
yeah, something like that's fine because like that's pretty similar to Midnight Suns, isn't it?
And
don't they place themselves within one of them?
yeah, yep. But Null has to be the one to pay for it. That's the other somewhat balancing factor. Because I know that sounds like a little too good, right? It like on paper. So obviously it would have to be something like you'd have to mess around with. He'd probably be on a medium base too, so it wouldn't be that bad. But that's just me spitballing. But that's also me really wanting symbiotes to be good. You know, besides Carnage, because you know so far that's all we got in Venom.
They'll never be good.
We already have a bodyguard with Lethal Protector.
It's true.
Yep, Venom's at least fairly solid.
God,
That's
Carnage.
pretty good.
Carnage sucks. He could be such like
That
a
team,
make or break.
Well, he's a glass cannon at best.
Yeah, but so is X-23. But like X-23 is good.
Well, I think
yeah,
Carnage
well,
has more
X-23
damage
also
output.
only counts 3. Carnage is just bad because he's what, a 5 cost?
No, no,
Right.
he's 4. And then was it 5/1/1 for defenses?
Yeah.
And then he could have area
that's
attacks.
one thing that the symbiote team might have a problem with is yellow defense because it seems like that's a pattern for them. I mean, there's only 2 of them, but they both have really terrible yellow defense.
And that would probably
Sure,
be
they
the same with
Yeah.
Null.
Well,
They probably
his
just
still could be like 3 if everything else is
yeah,
higher.
he'd probably be like 5-3-4 or something for defenses. Like,
Well, yeah, especially
when
if
you get up
because what's Dormammu's thing
or
about?
4 or 5.
That's what. Oh, I guess. Yeah. Then yeah, I feel like
He has
that's fine.
8 health on his front side and 10 health on his flip side with 4-4-5.
I
So
actually
you could
was
give
thinking the
Null,
same
like,
thing.
more health.
Or you could just do it
give
the
Null,
opposite
like,
way.
healing factor or something. Give him like something extra to make him live since he's gonna be like he would have to be super high cost.
Oh, well, he could do the same thing that Venom and Carnage do. They in some way, like they both in some capacity heal by dealing damage.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's it for Null. I don't want to talk about him too much, even though I could rant and rave about him all day. Next thing, we're gonna go over to Ryan, and he's gonna say what he wants.
Yeah. So I was thinking that it would be cool if we had a current era, like Hickman era Marauders team.
What?
With 2 packs. The first pack would be Kitty Pryde and Emma Frost, Kate Pryde, I guess, having her current pirate looking getup.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of the X-Men that come out sort of have the same style across them. It would be kind of cool to get an X-Men character who just doesn't look anything like that.
So a pirate Kitty
and-
Pryde is what you're saying.
Yeah, Pirate Kitty Pryde. You could give her
We don't want
Lockheed
90s
as a grunt. I think that would be cool too.
That'd be cool. Or like Jonathan the Wolverine.
Yeah, like with the little token from a card. I think that would be good. Especially because Kitty Pryde and Emma also being in the same pack would be a reference to them being first appearing in the same comic book. So I think they would be a good pack. And then the second pack would be Bishop and Psylocke. They're sort of later additions. Psylocke didn't even join the team until a few months ago. But Psylocke is a character I feel like a lot of people want in the game. It would be a cool way to put her in and give her an extra affiliation because a lot of those mutants don't really have a ton of
Yeah, because she'd also be on X-Men like right away, which would be great.
Yeah.
Emma, I don't think she'd really be able to go. I guess like you could say she's on X-Men.
You could put her on whatever you really wanted to.
Whatever conveniences her the most at the time. That's normally what she went with.
Not Cabal, Crime Syndicate. She could be on.
Yeah, definitely.
So
it's.
I think those characters provide stuff. So it would be Kitty and Emma, and then Bishop and Psylocke.
Oh, that's great.
Lockheed into the Kitty pack. And for leadership, I think it would be cool if you could pay power to move someone other than Kitty Pryde, because Kitty can't go through the Krakoa gates, but everyone else can. It
Hmm.
would be like a cool little reference to the fact that she can't go through those gates. Everyone else can. Maybe move, maybe move someone who's holding an objective or contesting objective within like 1 or 2 of their current position, something like that.
And would you just limit that to friendly characters can only do that, or would you say?
Yeah, any friendly character could spend power to do something along those lines. It's probably a little too close to Midnight Suns, but I think it sort of embodies what the Marauders are trying to do in the books, where they're trying to go out and save mutants who can't get to Krakoa. Their job is to go out and get them safely to Krakoa. So I think being able to move, maybe even moving objective tokens while the objective tokens are on the board, something.
See, that's something that I don't think is really taken advantage of that much. The objective tokens where you contest them, the blue ones. Why is it blanking? It's extractions and then secure. Secure. Thank you. An ability that potentially lets you move secure objectives besides its own ability. That's not in the game at all yet, right?
Don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
So, yeah. I'll go with that for her leadership. You could pay, I don't know, 2 power to either move a character holding an extract token or move a secure objective token on the board within 2 of its current position or something like that. Sort of reflect what the team is trying to do.
That would be cool. I would like it if you're sticking to the Hickman stuff. It would be cool if, because there's like Krakoa gates, right?
Yeah.
So like you could. Oh, go ahead.
The gates let mutants move from any point to any other point that a gate is planted.
Yes, yeah, and that's where I was thinking. So you could potentially do like, you have to pay the power off of 2 characters. I'm just thinking tactics cards, and then place Krakoa gate within one, and then another Krakoa gate within another one of 2 allied characters, and your allied characters can move between those.
Yep.
If they pay a power, they have to like interact with it and pay a power.
I also think this affiliation would be good because the current Marauders team, if you start right when the Hickman era started up till now, would also give a new team to Storm, and we just got Pyro announced. Pyro would also be on the team, so that would be cool. And also, people really want Iceman; he would be on the team. So there's a bunch of characters that should be on the team. Cassandra Nova would get a 3rd team finally.
Give me Bobby, and then
have some existence outside of just Cabal and whatever
Cabal
the other one is.
And 3 Sentinels and Cassandra Nova. They announced she would be on that team, and that was it. So it would be cool to give her more teams because she's a cool unit that you can't really. She's not cool enough to. Flex
she's not cool enough.
Teams.
No, nope. Nick, you were about to say something. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna respond to the a team tactics card like that gate. Like, isn't there already a team tactics card like that?
Yeah, the
There's
Bifrost.
Defenders one.
Oh, and there's a Defenders one.
Pentagram of Far Allah or whatever. Wong and Dr.
Far
Strange
Allah
are the only ones who can use it.
Mm-hmm.
If you gave like a generic one to Marauders characters, that would be cool.
Yeah, and it would only be Marauders characters. That's the thing. So it's like it would kind of be limiting to the fact that it's only they have to be in the affiliation with Marauders.
Yeah.
So you can't just be like, hey, I'm gonna flex in Zemo. Haha, I'm a mutant and I can go, quote unquote, through Krakoan gates.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work around here, dog.
Sure.
Yeah, that's kind of how they limited the Rainbow Bridge team tactics card. It's only Asgardians that can use it.
But that's fair. That makes sense, though.
Yeah.
I don't think Heimdall is going to be like, Spider-Man, you can come through the Rainbow Bridge.
I'm sure he's done it once.
Shut up. Listen. Listen, they have let a Spider-Man into Asgard before, but we can't talk about it.
Yeah, that went super great.
I can say it by Odin's Fade. Yay! I got it in. Woo!
That was
yes.
One of the most impressive things ever printed in a comic book.
Terrible, and I can't believe they actually thought that was cool. Mm-hmm. So shame on you, Marvel. We at least get to shame them here. So, hey man, so Marauders in that, if that's the case, sounds like a very like objective based team. And I think
and you would have access to like good attackers and stuff, but I feel like someone like Kitty Pryde and Emma Frost are inherently super defensive characters. Kitty with her phasing and Emma Frost turning to Diamond. So you have a lot of options for like hyper defensive characters. You can make Psylocke and Bishop more offensive, Bishop being ranged, Psylocke being less range. Maybe 2 to 3 range for her and 3 to 4 range for Bishop. Plus, you have Storm, who's got the range already. Cassandra Nova's an up close fighter. So I think even just with the existing characters and the ones that I think should be added, the team would have like pretty 3-dimensional gameplay and have tools to do whatever they needed. Outside of the, every team can run stuff outside the affiliation, but I think an affiliation that has all the tools it needs is going to work better. So I think it would just be cool. Plus, I'd really like the comic. So
yeah, so and if we could get Pirate Kitty Pride, extra thumbs up.
That's my big reason. I know they're gonna put her in the game, and I really don't want her boring X-Men costume.
Yeah, just like the boring blue and yellow, and it's like I don't want that.
We've got enough blue and yellow.
And then she'll just look like Jean Grey, and it's like, oh, great.
Yeah, with brown hair.
Yeah, awesome. Where at least you could have Lockheed still behind her. At least have Lockheed somewhere. That's the thing.
Yeah, having
somewhere.
Yeah, having him as an actual show up physically would be so much better than how they had Honey
Jonathan, the actual Wolverine.
Yeah, instead of just having the token, like it would have been neat if he was like on her base somewhere or something like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, if only they do that with Gwenpool in the Land Shark. That's what I want.
Or the unbeatable Squirrel Girl, and her grunt is just a pile of squirrels.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would be sick.
But yeah,
20 squirrels against Emrakul. Take your pick.
Who would win?
Who would win? All right, so that's Marauders, and you know what's funny? That actually got me hyped to play Marauders more so than Symbiotes, because I love playing like objective controlling teams. Like, even though whenever I play, I always play Crime Boys, where they just sit there and be big. That is realistically what I prefer. So I should probably play Web Warriors eventually. Speaking of Web Warriors, we're gonna go on to the guy that loves to play Web Warriors all the time, except lately he's been playing Guardians. No, not the creepy guy standing behind you with really long fingers.
Oh, okay.
No, don't look behind you.
I was wondering who that was. But...
Oh, he's your friend. He's gonna give you a nice shoulder massage afterwards.
Oh, that sounds nice.
So we're gonna go with you. And this, in my opinion, when he first said it, I was like, wait, what? I was like, I don't think you can do that. And it turns out he reminded me of something, and it actually got me so hyped to do this in the first place. So Nick, take it away, dude.
Yeah, so my team idea is, or team that I would like to see in the game would be Big Hero 6.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the movie?
Well, it could be...
It's a Disney movie, though. Am I right?
Well, I guess if you're not so super familiar, because they're not super popular, or they're not well-known comic book-wise. I mean, like, I don't think I've ever heard of them until the Disney movie came out, and then found out that they were actually a Marvel comic book. And the comic book's very different compared to what the movie is. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. I think the movie's great, and the comic book seems really cool whenever I see it and stuff. But yeah, so that's what I would like to see, and I think that would be a team that you can add a pretty good number of characters to.
At least 6 of them.
Yes,
There's at least 6 characters that you could choose from. I don't know how, but so in your opinion, then, because we kind of touched on it before the show, but would you rather have it be the comic book character renditions made into models, or the Disney movies made into models?
So that's kind of a tough question, but I think what they could do, and what they should do if they did do it, it would be a mixture of the two, where you try to take the best of both, trying to make the characters unique and put them together. Like, so Baymax in the comic book's not like a big poofy guy and like a medical healing robot. He's really just like a big robot, and he can like transform into a dragon and stuff, which that sounds pretty cool. But if they could somehow merge that together, or maybe they go with the more medical side of things, or maybe they decide to go with the more dragony side of things, that would be cool. And actually, if they really wanted to, maybe they could make 2 different iterations of Baymax, one that's
Yeah.
medical, one that's a guy that transforms into a dragon, kind of.
Now that
So
would be cool. You pick which Baymax goes in.
yeah.
So character packs. The assignment was to make 2 character packs. Did you and pick a leader? Did you do it?
Yeah. So one of the obvious ones would have to be Hero and Baymax.
Never
Um,
heard of them.
they always are together. Makes sense.
Hmm.
I'm sure if we delve deeper, there could easily be team tactics cards or abilities that utilize both them together, almost like a Rocket and Groot situation.
Hmm.
Um, maybe not so reliant on each other, but still very good together, kind of thing. Um, so that'd be the first character pack, and I guess Hero could be the leader. He was kind of the leader in the Disney version. I'm not sure if he's the leader right now in the comic book version. Um, because I do know that there was someone else that was the leader, and I'll get to them later, I guess. But for the second character pack, I was thinking um, Gogo and what's her name? Honey Lemon.
Honeydew. The honey lemon.
Honey
That's
Lemon. Gogo and Honey Lemon. You know, they're fairly unique characters. I think they were in the comic book version before Wasabi was and Fred. So
this is bogus. I want Fred in the goofy monster suit.
yeah, that would be cool having Fred in the Goofy monster suit. In the comic book, he actually turns into a monster,
Oh, really? That's
so
cool.
he could like transform. So they could go 2 different ways. Like for that, I would almost want them to go like have like a transforming figure if they getting off track.
Yeah.
The original figures, but have him a transforming figure, but in like his human form, he just got the monster suit on, and being like his goofy guy, and then he can actually transform into the monster. That I think would be a good way to merge both characters and get the both of what everyone would like.
Yeah.
Um, and there's already, and so as I mentioned, there's already like, so it would be those 2 character packs, but they could add more, and another leader could have been the Silver Samurai, who actually has more prominence in other Marvel. Um, he's shown up in other comics for Marvel,
True.
hanging out with Wolverine and everything.
So
So he could actually go.
did you think of a leadership?
That I was having trouble with. Um, since they're all like geniuses, I was thinking that it would have to be something power generating related. So then they would have like, because I would think they would have like these superpower abilities that are really strong but pretty expensive, that
Mhm.
are all kind of like tie into with what their super genius kind of made for them.
So when you first initially thought about it, I was thinking I'll say it first. I'm a pretty avid comic fan, but I don't know anything about Big Hero 6 the books, but I have seen the movie a few times. So when I thought about it, my brain was only in the movie. So my thing was the whole point is a lot of it is based around Baymax and medical technology, I guess, turn into superheroes. So my thing was it's a lot more of a supporty thing, whereas it's tough because like Asgard already has one. Hell, even Winterguard kind of has one because they remove a status condition. So you can't just be like, oh, pay a power to heal one, because we already have that. The only other thing I could think of is like in like some you'd have to balance it in a way, but they'd have to have like a leadership that to me it's like it's kind of like patch up or like med kit. So like you'd have to pay X to be like next, you have to be like next to each other kind of thing to heal each other, but like I know that's probably a little too strong, being able to get
You
rid of.
could, if you want to stick with, because I like Nick's idea since they're geniuses of like gaining extra power,
Mm,
especially because their whole thing is teamwork. At least in the movie, they're really built around the fact that everybody contributes as much as everyone else. So maybe you could give them an in-affiliation built-in like lockjaw ability, where if a Team Hero 6 member starts within 2 of another Team Hero 6 member during their activation or their power phase, they get an additional power. So that way they sort of ramp each other up by being near each other. It promotes sort of like tandem gameplay, sort of like how Hero and Baymax like to be together. So
mm-hmm.
I think that could be cool.
And then you could
Yeah,
still say with
that would work.
Baymax, who's the good boy. So it's perfect. So it's like, yeah, because like as Guardians, they gain more power. In Humans, they get the die reroll. So I wish there was more teams that did that. That like
With,
they're
like, racial traits.
yeah,
Innate.
like mutants. I wish
Yeah.
mutants had that, like something.
Well, they're all different mutants. Wise.
They're probably afraid to give mutants like too much stuff.
They don't want
They're
mutants
gonna
to
make
be.
1,000 of them.
They don't want mutants to be like super
they have
good,
no
just
attention.
fine.
They're like, we've only released one mutant this year. We need to release a shit ton of them at the end of the year.
We need to just bust a whole mutant load. Bad way of wording it, but you know, we're here.
We're
So-
far below our mutant quota this year.
And here Ryan was, just like 2 weeks ago. We were playing in our league, and he's out here saying, "I don't want any more mutants. No more mutants," like he would say. And yet here he is, groveling back with
I
Marauders.
want specific mutants.
Oh, okay. See, I can't say what my other one is, just in case we ever do this again.
I mean,
But
technically, Silver Samurai's a mutant too. So
shut up,
Of
you.
course he is.
yeah.
Who
So-
isn't?
Yeah, right. Even Santa Claus is one. Which, speaking of, just saying, Christmas holiday pack.
Ho ho ho.
Granted, he's a pacifist. You know, he won't fight anybody. But yeah, I love the Big Hero 6 idea. I think that's super cool. My brain is always just like, if you're gonna make them, make it into the movie. I feel like that just having them in the game is gonna get more eyes on it, because like, oh wow, that I know what Baymax is. So it's easier to see that. And I think that would just be better for the game, just to have, you know, some more eyes on the prize, I guess is the best way of saying it.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to beat the movie because they did, and I'm a huge Disney fan, so it's not surprising coming from me, but they did a really good job with making each character very unique compared to how some other characters are in Marvel.
Yeah.
But mainly because it wasn't Marvel people working on it; it was animators, and so they had to consider different things.
Who knew they already had a Marvel property in Kingdom Hearts before we even knew it?
Are you trying to imply to me that all of the Spider-Men are too similar?
That's racist.
Well-
That's racist, Nick. I can't believe you just did that to me. Spider Ham,
sorry.
really?
Yeah,
You
Really?
bastard. All right. So that
he's not even really a pig.
shut up, you. He's a pig to all in our hearts. So that
Spider
is
bitten by a radioactive ham.
that is the three. True. Those are the three affiliations that we like. We're not ending it just yet. So hold on. Don't you go anywhere, because we're gonna have a little update from our main man in the middle right here. The meat to the sandwich of this sexy entourage right here. So what Ryan likes to do is he's a pretty good painter of minis. So I figured it'd be cool to highlight his stuff and try to show like his most recent thing regarding the game we're talking about. Like maybe we'll do Star Wars Legion, because we also play that as well. But
Sure.
he recently did this piece, and I'm gonna get rid of the Kitty Pride thing. Sorry, bud. But there's a reason for it, and you're about to see why. Can you introduce us to what we're about to see, please?
We're about to see the man the MCU was built around in his full
And you can see him at the
painted
top,
glory.
and it's not Iron Man. It's the homie, the boy, Thanos.
Boy Thanos.
The boy Thanos. It's this one right here. Can't you see? Can't you see him?
Didn't I do such a great job?
Yeah, it's this one right here. This is the only one you have to think about. No, it's that one right there. I wish I could zoom it in a little bit more, but that is the homie right there. I think you did awesome. That came out so well, man. The armor came out so well. Dude, you can see the gems perfectly. It doesn't have the smile.
No,
Garrett.
This was our friend's mini that he asked me to paint, so he went with a different way with the face sculpt, but still looks good. Got his teeth grit. I'm really proud of the blue parts of the suit. I think his muscles came out really good. I think it's like a better version of what I did on Ben's. I painted Ben's Taskmaster mini.
He did.
That was before I was getting like really good. So I think that Thanos is sort of like an evolution of that, which is cool.
I love it. I think you did like, I'm not just saying this. I think you did a great job. Eventually, you know, we'd like to see some more things out here from all of us, because even I, Ben, have painted minis. And I've only really painted 2 MCP minis, and one of them came out fine because it's Venom, and I don't really know how you screw that up. The other one is Green Goblin, and it literally looks like he has a fart cloud behind him, so we could feature that eventually.
Feature the fart cloud.
And then Nick's done. You did Gwen, right?
She's about done.
Oh, and then you did Miles.
I did Miles. I did
Miles was
Ronan.
really good.
Your Miles came out really good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That webbing was tough.
Well,
Imagine.
yeah, because
I
it's
hesitant to do Spider-Man because of it, or ASM really because of that.
at least Spider-Man's like a little easier from what I've heard, because you can just do like a wash, and then like the black will like pool into the recesses, so you get the black lines. Whereas Miles, it's black, and then the lines are red. So it's like, oh my god! So you have to like,
and they're raised for some reason.
The old Spider-Man models have raised lines instead of recesses, so they're like extra stupid.
Yep. So there's that. So figured we let you guys see a little something cool. If you ever like that, we will go. I'll just keep posting them anyway, because I don't really care. But besides that, let me know what kind of affiliations you guys want. If you ever comment down there, dude, give us a like, hit that subscribe button. You know, do the typical YouTube thing. Let us know how we did. This is the first time we've done this. I don't want it to be the last. I think it's really fun. We want to try to do like actual battle reports, some TTS stuff. We're gonna be talking about our league, because we're in like a 7-person league right now. It's our very first one. So far, it's not doing too bad. Ryan easily won. He's undefeated currently, and there's 2 weeks left, and he only has 1 more match to go, and it's against me. So I don't know. Nick, you did okay, and Ben, you did okay. That's me.
I rolled them.
We're tied right now, Ben. So
I know.
All that matters.
So let us know what you guys think.
So, Nick's fate is in my hands.
It's true. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. Hit the notification bell, please. And that's it, dude. Remember, always roll your crits. Peace out, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Bye.